Hi, Joel's the name, and entrepreneurship is the game. I have started and ran many businesses with a healthy dose of failures and successes. My ventures are as diverse as import-export, franchising, and skills development. Over the past 12 years, I find myself increasingly seeking to solve the problem of access to finance for the riskier segment of the SMME market, the micro enterprise. Truth be told, this huge challenge also represents a huge opportunity. There is a fortune at the bottom of the pyramid. Due to the history of our country, startups don't have the required collateral for banks and adequate know-how to access traditional funding model. The Funding Factory provides a modern solution to an age-old problem which I will explain now. Essentially, the Funding Factory is an entrepreneurial solution to an entrepreneurial problem. The purpose of this business plan. There is ongoing lack of access to finance by the vast majority of SMMEs. Quantitatively, we will present the size of the market. We will also present the fintech solution that solves the problem. The Funding Factory aims to provide a fintech solution with multiple data points, creating an innovative solution to the centuries-old risk models preferred by banking institutions. This service is that of a digital lender which derives big data from traditional sources like CIBC, National Credit Regulator, banks, etc., in conjunction with your LinkedIn and Facebook profiles. The use of big data to extrapolate a more holistic view on whether or not an SMME is fundable. The service targets specifically micro enterprises requiring smaller rands amounts. Digital mechanisms via an application or website will serve as the primary channel to market. Benefits to the user. Ease of use would be a key feature. Just click, click, and click. No numerous documents to fill. Just upload your personal information and your business information. Entrepreneurs can't wait 3 to 18 months to see if they have been successful in their applications. We work on a 48-hour turnaround time from application to deposit. AI would be used to walk clients through the process. In fact, many times clients are not aware that many engagements are done by AI and not an actual human being on the other end.
Artificial intelligence allows for better mechanisms to build and categorize risk profiles.
Though SMMEs remain the backbone of the economy and contributes greatly to job creation and GDP, the environment is not as conducive as it should be.
Access to funding remains a challenge and is one of the key reasons that SMMEs fail.
Some key findings is that the credit gap for entrepreneurs looking for funding is quite significant. We'll look at South Africa's credit gap, Sub-Saharan Africa, and globally. Most undeserved are micro enterprises and startups. Surely no other proof is needed that there is a huge market for the right funding solution in this space. Key challenges of industry. Banks struggle to serve SMMEs as they use a one-fits-all approach. How can the criteria you use to find a 100 million rand company be the same for the guy in Kasi doing 50,000 rand a month? High transactional costs for finding and screening entrepreneurs, the need for collateral which many entrepreneurs do not have, SMMEs lack knowledge to raise funding. So who is our customer? A recent SMME market research proves that between 2.9 and 3.4 million businesses in both the formal and informal sectors would like an answer to the preceding question. This will allow us to deliver a better product that enhances the value we offer our customers.
Our target market is small, very small, and micro enterprises with turnovers not exceeding 10 million rand per annum. 97% of our target market seeks funding.
The Funding Factory seeks to target this vast majority segment. This is the same segment that the traditional finance sectors ignore due to the risk profile generated by their outdated risk models.
Our customer is small, very small, and micro enterprises with turnover up to 10 million rand, which ranges up to 2.9 and 3.4 million SMMEs nationwide.
The Funding Factory is essentially a financial services business using technology as a channel to drive down transactional costs and allow scalability. The key resource in terms of supply would be the intellect, creativity, and talent of the team implementing this model. Potential candidates can fill application forms or apply online. A simple, user-friendly process with quick turnaround time. This technology allows big data to access multiple data points to draw up a risk profile on whether or not the candidate is fundable. A high-volume, low-margin model would be in effect. Keeping up to date with new technology and innovations within this space would be key to the operational efficiency of the business. In addition, I am almost complete with the mandatory registration process with the National Credit Regulator.
Human resource requirements are not vast, yet specialized skills would remain a key demand. Software developers and ICT skills in general remain at a premium need in South Africa. Graduates and experienced professionals will help keep staff costs low while providing a pipeline of required skills. Another strategy would be the use of highly skilled interns with a view to becoming full-time employees. As the service is business to consumer as opposed to business to business, BBEE credentials are not a key consideration. Consumers do not question Pick n Pay or Absa's rating when dealing with them.
Our strength is our entrepreneurial team. Our target market is effectively ignored by the traditional financial sector. Our weaknesses are that the founder lacks the technical expertise and there will be high transactional costs for this volume-based model. The emerging market potential is presented by the global nature of the problem. Funds for enterprise development will be sourced via certain credentials. The model can be replicated by better finance competitors. Reaching scale would require high capital inputs, though the entrepreneur is able to fund the startup phase. Another threat would be the purchase of Mercantile Bank by Capitec. Socioeconomic benefits include job creation. Depending on the definition used, South Africa's unemployment ranges between 26 and 37%. One thing is certain, we have an unemployment crisis, particularly amongst our youth. The subsequent knock-on effects are all the social ills we currently face as a nation, from alcoholism to drug abuse to crime and gangsterism. Socioeconomic benefits is thus job creation on a mass scale, leading to reduced poverty, crime, and other social ills.
The revenue strategy is based on a high-volume, low-margin model. Startup capital of 1.5 million rand will be self-funded. Scalability requires additional funding being sourced from enterprise development funds via BBEE codes. There is a huge appetite for fintech startups in South Africa amongst venture capitalists, with loss of equity being the trade-off. Additional revenue streams include credit protection insurance, funeral policies, and revolving loan accounts once a set percentage of the original loan has been paid back. Interest rates will be charged from 10 to 18% dependent on the SMME's risk profile.
To conclude, the problem is huge. The market is adequately segmented at 86% of SMMEs between 0 and 1 million rand. This is approximately 2 million micro-enterprises who seek funding, and yes, they are riskier. The solution is simple yet sophisticated enough to bring the desired outcome. A fintech solution using big data analytics and artificial intelligence to build a platform that is continuously learning and refining risk profiles and thus better and better solutions. The business is profitable with potential for huge scale brought about by technology and the size of the problem. The credit gap of $80 to $100 billion in sub-Saharan Africa and globally is between $900 billion and $1.1 trillion. So if you are looking for a revolutionary business that solves a mammoth problem, is highly scalable with potential for vast socio-economic impact that will make you exceedingly wealthy, look no further than the Funding Factory. The irony here is that on a personal level, I am able to self-start to the tune of 1.5 million rand. And just 6 years ago, my business started with a 140,000 rand grant. Now, can you see the potential?